Strong winds and heavy rains pulled down a madhouse structure that served as a classroom in Kantu, a community in Wild West district of the Upper West region. The chalkboards were also destroyed. About 3 classes were forced to relocate under a tree. So the teacher in Primary 2, Matilda Dosela, tried to get another chalkboard, but that one was also carried away by another strong wind. Frustrated, she organized a PTA meeting, but the parents are yet to raise enough funds to buy plywood for the chalkboards.
There was a time we called for PTA, so they raised some small amount. But looking at it, it will not reach all the classrooms, and it's not each person that removed the money; it's the whole community. So we are still appealing to add more, so that we can get some plywood, and so that we'll be managing for the meantime.
Matilda has started something called air writing. This simply means gesturing in the air for pupils to write.
To write the letter A, slant the number 1 to the left and extend another number to the right. Now, join the 2 lines horizontally.
So this is our A. A B, enter. Enter.
Writing in the air for pupils to write is not only stressful, but also ineffective.
With this our condition, it's very difficult because assuming I was having all the facilities, I wouldn't have been struggling as I'm struggling. I would have just showed there would have been some objects. I will even show that this is that. And
don't they have my first copy book or the phonetic writing?
Nothing. They don't have.
They don't have what?
They don't have my first copy. There was a time we requested for, like, the parents would come and they say they don't have money.
Kweku was unable to write the letter F, but Matilda did not give up on him.
Kweku, karamanu ento fon ekowa. E wonto. Ale ngwara ka ba abinyanle aka alumbo. F sangbara. Fa ma fa to aka sanso. Ento na fa to asanso. From our F.
Numeracy lessons are quite easy. The children learn addition by counting stones.
Can you read? Good.
Children without books also write in the sand.
Number 2. Number 3. Number 4.
It is the reason why the numbers here are also not encouraging. The pupils rather prefer farming to school because of the school environment. One of the children, Asonta, confesses that coming to school is no longer fun because they do not have a school building and enough teachers.
During
the rainy season, we miss many classes. We cannot study. The teachers don't come to school when it rains, so we are not happy.
The headmistress of Kantu DA Primary School says they have been trying to get their pupils motivated, but they are currently at their wits' end.
The environment is not welcome. No blackboards. We are sitting on the trees and there are no blackboard for the teachers to use and teach.
The only classroom block in good condition also had its roof ripped off. Members of the community say they had renovated the roof twice already and now want government to renovate it this time around.
We roofed the building ourselves. We bought the wood and the roofing sheets. We cannot afford the expensive roofing sheets, so we bought cheaper ones. Unfortunately, it is always ripped off by the strong wind. We beg the government to come and fix this problem.
In 2015, the government decided to build a new classroom block for Kantu, but it was abandoned after the 2016 elections. Although the building has been roofed, the blockwork high up the building has almost detached from the rest of the structure, and it is also badly slanted. It can collapse anytime soon. This is an emergency and should not be ignored. A non-governmental organization in the northern region focused on education, School for Life, organized residents of Kantu to form a club to address the needs of the school. Under its citizen-led actions for educational accountability responsiveness projects in Ghana, members of the club have written letters to the Wild West District Assembly, but so far, nothing has been done.
We vote all the time, but there is no development. It seems we only exist to vote. We have problems in this school and our community, but they have not been solved. Next time, we will not vote. We want our children to go to school because we believe our educated children will solve the challenges in this community.
The members of the club promised to buy blackboards for the school, but want government to finish up the building so the children can move in.
So a blackboard, I said, don't make one teaching support.
We had planned to move our children into the uncompleted building so they can study there. The plan was to buy chalkboards into the classroom, but the contractor says we cannot move in. We have to contribute to buy chalkboards for our children. We cannot wait for the government. But they must come and finish up this building.
So as I tell you,
With the government doing very little, the people in Siru, also in the Wild West District, have decided to do more.
Good morning, sir.
Firstly, the school started with a pupil teacher called Monica. She started a KG class after completing the Wild Polytechnic. She did not receive a salary, but taught for 3 years before GES recognized the school in 2008. When the school got a new headmistress, Monica quit teaching to start a farming business. The headmistress, Dondoma Mary, organized a community to aid the school. The community members constructed sheds to house the children. Some students from the University of Development Studies also came to the community to do voluntary work. They organized the community and cut down some trees and designed benches and tables for the pupils.
They were out to help deprived areas with schools with difficulties. So when they approached us, our major challenge was furniture. First, I had to carry packing case from Wa to this place with the help of a motokin, with the help of my PTA chairman and the community. And that was what the students were using. Packing case, like car packing cases and those ones. So when they came and saw the children in that mood, they were touched. Then they met the community, and together with the community, they fell down some dawa tree. Then with that one, they used and they created these benches for us.
Siru DA Primary School does not benefit from the school feeding program, so the community donated groceries from their farms to feed their children. The ladies in the town take turns cooking for the children daily.
When I came and I sat our first meeting, they made me know that because the children were young and they could easily get hungry, they decided as a community to contribute foodstuffs. That is, after harvest, they could contribute maize. At least each household could contribute 10 bowls of maize.
So how do they pay the people who cook?
They don't pay them. It's a voluntary work.
But anytime it rains, schooling here virtually comes to an abrupt end. Community members say they have done their best but want governments to build a permanent school structure for them.
Teacher hen ban kuti ba nan ba yar ja kuti kanan tun wa ebla tenan so ba ma aku admu TDC ambia obun office so chere nan ba wa yar ja ayi ben lo boring.
Unfortunately, the Wild West District Assembly is cash-strapped.
They themselves have seen that the challenges within the center are numerous, and so what do they can't sit aloof and not doing something. So I try that much of it where we hear that a community is doing that, we want to support, to serve as an example to the other communities to emulate, because if we are waiting for resources from the assembly and they are not coming. But in the meantime, what do we do to secure that our children should have something that they can rely on? The assembly normally budget, like in terms of IGF, to generate about 158,000. We never got all the 158,000 within a year. It's challenging.
This means for any drastic positive change to happen in a district, the central government would have to invest heavily in education infrastructure. There's a clear link between infrastructure and quality education. The Ghana Education Service knows it all too well.
Feel very, very bad. Even at times, very difficult for you to visit some of the schools. Because we have seen the situation. If there had been maybe an individual issue, that one we can do. But the case is not like that. The BE's performance is lower. Very, very low.
What's the performance
in terms of performance?
Until government invest heavily in education, the outcome will always be poor in the Wild West District. Jojo Kobna, Joy News.